on IWTV News.
Here we go again, the Natty at the MAC.
By far the greatest feeling I've ever felt.
Say what? Again? Indoor track Natty?
We work to win. Like, we don't work to go and get second.
Softball, baby. Home away from home.
We're waiting for the team that's going to put us over the top.
Black History Month, a celebration.
It's something that is amazing.
From the campus of Iowa Western, you're watching IWTV News.
Hello and welcome to this very special championship edition of IWTV News here from the Mid-America Center. I'm JJ Davis. Now, the usual suspects are here for the 2022 NJCAA Wrestling Championships, and as always, Iowa Western is one of them. Over 50 schools from around the country represented what's now become an annual event in Council Bluffs.
Wrestlers, please clear the mat.
125-pounder Jacason Burks from Iowa Western's focused. The freshman, just a takedown machine. Spins around Camacho from the Osho and wins by tech fall 18-1.
I got my jitters and nerves out, and now I'm just ready to have fun and be relaxed out there.
The Reivers Camden Russell out there at 133. Rodriguez from Triton takes down the sophomore 5-1. 141-pounder Creighton Ballman gets it going in the third period. The returning All-American Sticks Kiwatkowski from Henry Ford.
Good to get all the nerves out, get loose. Got to wrestle almost a full match.
Cruz Gabers not so lucky at 149. Wardle from Western Wyoming pins the freshman in just over a minute. Different story at 157. Returning All-American Fabian Padilla sticks Alboy from Pratt in the second.
It was a good match. I knew I had to keep wrestling throughout the entire thing. Ended up getting a pin towards the middle of it. So
165-pound Big Blue strongman Grant Lyman floors Taylor from Harper 9-4.
Once I got the burn going in my lungs, I felt good. Came back and beat him.
Isaiah Alford holds on to the legs, gets to at 174, and outscores Roush from Colby 9-5.
More pressure. There you go.
184, returning All-American Josh McFarland with the ankle pick, and the sophomore easily drives away from Henry Ford's Taylor, winning by tech fall 22-6.
get to my offense, get to my shots, get to my attacks, and really get that flow going to like dictate the rest of the tournament.
Hey, Mike, take it down.
Michael Aguilé keeps moving at 197. The freshman holds the phone and holds off Olsen from Itasca 7-3.
Probably should have scored some more points, but he was strong and really he stalled a lot.
No stalling at 285. Iowa Western's Trent Strong floors Salatin from Garrett in the second period. The Reivers win 8 of 10 matches in the first round. Second round preliminaries. Jacason Burks has Brown from Itasca on his back at 125. Burks sticks him.
Pretty much just went over with the tilt, and guy's back was flat. I got the pin.
141, Creighton Ballman drives through and takes down Burdick from Northeast Oklahoma. Ballman back points and wins by majority decision 16-2.
It's awesome. Obviously, it's just one step along the way.
Another step for Fabian Padilla at 157. Just nearly pins Davis from Northeastern and wins by tech fall 16-1.
He was decent. I know I'm better. I'm the best one in this bracket, so I just got to keep doing my thing.
165, McDougal from Niagara with the arm drag. Outpoints Grant Lynham from Iowa Western 5-4. The Reivers' Isaiah Alford runs right through Morris from Ancilla, winning by major 17-5. And Josh McFarland's off to the quarterfinals as well at 184. McFarland working his offense and just gets away from Allen from Neosho, winning by major 13-3.
Just came out clubbing real hard, and that kind of threw me off, but I just didn't got to my takedowns.
197, Michael Aguilé gets pinned by Blackburn from Northwest in the second period, and at 285, Big Blues Trent Strong stuck in just 26 seconds by Williams from Harper. 5 of 8 Reivers make it through round 2 and are off to the quarterfinals. Moving to the other side of the brackets, 133 Iowa Western's Camden Russell getting some last-minute instructions and then goes right through Johnson from Southwest Virginia. Russell with the near pin and wins by tech fall 17-1.
Feels good, especially coming here my freshman year and going 0-2. It just feels good to have some matches and some wins under my belt.
Not so for the Reivers. Cruz Gebers at 149 gets taken down by Kinney from Carl Albert, later pinned. Cruz cruises off for good at 0-2. Second round consolations, Camden Russell pacing at 133. The sophomore gets in on the single leg against Ramsey from Jamestown. Russell still alive with a 6-3 win.
Feels good. Got two more tonight. So All-American. Hopefully, he can come back and get third place.
Grant Lyman hoping to do the same at 157. The freshman escapes, and then up and under Dragon from Muskegon. Lyman wins by major, 16-2.
This match was good. Had to refocus, get my mind right.
Michael Aguilera gets his mind right at 197. Back points, wins by major over Iverson from Northland Community and Tech, 13-3.
I wrestled all right. Still could have wrestled better in the third, kind of slowed down, but we got it done and got a major, so that's all that matters.
Didn't matter at 285. Johnson from Western Wyoming with a nice move. Ends the journey for Big Blues Trent Strong. And so Iowa Western's looking pretty good. In fact, I think the Reivers are wrestling their best ever at this national tournament. 8 of 10 guys still alive, 5 still in the hunt for a national championship.
All right, there's any extra table workers, I need you on mat 2 and mat 8.
Friday night quarterfinals, Big Blues Jason Burks in charge at 125. 4 back points. Just comes around and takes it by Tech fall. 16-0 over Kuhn from Niagara.
First All-American for Iowa Western at 125. Feels great.
Not so great at 141 for Creighton Ballman. Branford from Clackamas sticks the sophomore in the second period. Fabian Padilla down 1-0 late in the second. A 6-point move against Shetley from Northeast Oklahoma A&M. Padilla and All-Americans off to the Final Four, winning 6-1.
Once I had taken him down and I had put him on his back, I knew he didn't have no offense to score on me.
Isaiah Alford scoring at 174. Grabs a 6-5 lead in the second over Kenny from Muskegon, but the Jayhawk just gets his head out and comes around to outscore the Reiver 10-7. 184-pounder Josh McFarland scoring at will. Double leg takedown once, how about twice? Just major Scott from Southwestern Oregon, 16-4.
It feels good, but I've been here before, so honestly, I just want to go farther than I did previous years and take it all the way and win it.
So, 5 from the host school march into the quarterfinals. 3 walk away, still in the hunt for a Natty title. Third round consolations at 133. Iowa Western's Camden Russell all over Hammond from Bryant and Stratton. Russell 1 away from All-American, winning 9-2.
I'm happy to get the win. 1 away from All-American, so proud of myself.
Grant Lyman makes himself proud at 165. Comes around for 2 against Nesbitt from Indian Hills. Lyman takes it 6-2, 1 away from All-American.
I just tried to get action going and just wrestle hard through that. That was about all I had there.
197, Michael Aguilera giving it all he has against Kelly from Triton for 2. Aguilera escapes with a hard-fought 9-5 win.
Shouldn't have been that close, but got a little tired towards the end, but I won, so that's all that matters.
Michael Aguilera lives to fight another day. Next up, the All-American round. It's been a journey for former Greco-Roman champ Camden Russell. The sophomore 133-pounder from Millard West wrestles to become an All-American. But Meacham from Western Wyoming stays with it and builds a big lead in the third period. So Russell has to go for it. The Reivers, Camden Russell, falls 1 match short. And then at 141, Creighton Ballman has his hand raised after pinning Graves from Ellsworth in 31 seconds.
Tough quarterfinals match. Regrouped, recollected, and took care of business, and now I'm 2-time All-American.
All-American on the line at 165. Grant Lyman gets in on Radke from Pratt. And Lyman makes the podium with a gritty 3-2 win.
I'm feeling good. 5th match of the day and to All-American. It's a good feeling.
Bad feeling at 174. Isaiah Alford falls one match short. Atkins from Pratt with the fall late in the first period. Michael Aguilera on top at 197. But Gasper from Clackamas ends the freshman's tournament with a 10-4 win. Iowa Western will walk away with 5 All-Americans. Dare we say repeat? The indoor track team looking to make more history. But up next, the fight for the medals. The Natty, Day 2, when we come back.
From the campus of Iowa Western, this is IWTV News.
Action.
There's a reason they call it the blood round. Extreme happiness and extreme disappointment. And so it goes here at the Mid-America Center. The 2022 NJCAA Wrestling Championships are headed into the home stretch and rounding that turn for home. And the Reivers still have 3 guys in the hunt for the top of the podium. Championship semifinals, and first up, 125-pounder Jacason Burks from Iowa Western against Jeff Strickenberger from North Idaho. Scoreless first period, but the freshman gets a point for riding time in the second and then escapes here in the third. Jacason Burks is off to the championship finals with a hard-fought 2-0 win.
He's a pretty good wrestler. At high school, he was world team member and whatnot, but I mean, you just got to grind out there and see who really wants it more in the third.
157, returning All-American Fabian Padilla gets too late in the second against Nolan Miller Johnston from Iowa Central. Padilla escapes here in the third period and takes it 4-1.
It means a lot. I'm very blessed to be here. I'm very blessed to make the finals.
And finally at 184, Josh McFarland with the ankle pickup. Jackson White from Northeast Oklahoma A&M in the second. McFarland escapes in the third period and wins it 6-3.
It feels real good. Honestly, to me, it's just like any other match. The match that matters the most is the finals.
What's it mean to the program, Coach, 3 in the finals?
Well, I mean, it's a first, right? It's also a first for Jacason to be an All-American at 125. We haven't had one of those, so we just want to keep achieving those first.
Hugs for everybody. It's a banner day in Reiver Country. Consolation quarterfinals at 141. Hurd from Iowa Central dominates Iowa Western's Creighton Ballman in the first period, goes up 4-1. But the returning All-American gets 2 and then back points. Ballman off to the next round with a gritty 8-5 comeback win.
Coach Watts has us prepared to go 7 minutes, 10 minutes, whatever we need to do to get our hand raised, and that's what I did.
Grant Lyman not doing it at 165. Busy Yellow from Nassau back points in a 7-zip lead. Lyman walks away on the losing end, 7-3. Consolation semifinals. The Reivers Creighton Ballman makes quick work of Nathan from Western Wyoming at 141. Ballman with a second period pin.
That was a good one. I wrestled this kid in the exact same round last year, and he got the better of me, so it feels good to come back and make a statement like that.
Creighton Ballman will wrestle for third place. All eyes on the consolation finals. Iowa Western's Creighton Ballman has fought his way all the way back for a shot at third place. Escapes here in the second to grab a 1-0 lead over Dobraki from Rochester Community and Tech, and then later in the period, knifes in for the takedown. Creighton Ballman wins it 5-1. Good for third place.
Not to sound arrogant, but I know how hard we've worked. I know all the work I put in. I left no stone unturned. So wrestling, you can earn it, but you still got to take it. So I'm happy I was able to take that today.
Thumbs up at 165 for Grant Lyman. Ramirez from Iowa Central eventually gets 2 here and takes it 6-0. Grant Lyman finishes in 8th place.
It's better than what I have gone in the past, which is nothing. 8th is good. 8th is an accomplishment. It's a step in the right direction.
All signs point towards the final session. 2 Reivers down, 3 to go. Okay, and so the consolations are in the books, and a heartfelt congratulations to our 2 Reivers who will walk tonight in the Parade of All-Americans. And now they're resetting the stage, going to reset the lights, and those immortal words, "Let's get it on." Next up, the championship finals. It starts with the All-Americans taking center stage and then handing out the plaque to the NJCAA Man of the Year, Iowa Western head coach Josh Watts, who gets a special hug from his dad.
Congratulations.
Then it's time for the 125-pound championship final. The Reivers, Jason Burks, with 2 quick takedowns to take a 5-2 lead into the 3rd period. But Garrett Ricks from Western Wyoming escapes and then comes around for 2 and then scores some more with seconds left. Ricks comes back to stun Jason Burks 8-5.
I'll just say I beat myself up more than the opponent beat me. Overthinking, anxiety, and just not letting everything go.
Iowa Western's Fabian Padilla lets it go in the bottom for 1 in the 157-pound final. Alex Ramirez from team champion Clackamas digs in for 2 more and claims the title with a 9-4 win.
I just really couldn't get to any of my offense, and I knew I needed to, and it just didn't happen.
It happens for 184-pound finalist, Big Blues Josh McFarland. Escapes from Duran Pulliam from Indian Hills in the 2nd period. And then just sweeps the leg midway in the 2nd, grab a 3-0 lead. The Warrior gets out twice, and that was it. The Reivers, Josh McFarland takes it 3-2 and wins the national championship.
This is by far the greatest feeling I've ever felt, hands down. I mean, I've won state in high school before, but at the college level, it's just a whole different feeling.
Josh McFarland worked hard. He does everything right. He definitely deserved to win this. I'm very proud of this team. We competed very hard all weekend. We chased bonus points. I don't think there's much more we could have done this weekend. So very proud of the team.
The celebration continues. Iowa Western finishes 6th as a team with 1 more Natty champ, Josh McFarland. Black History Month has come and gone, but not without an important day here in Reiver Country. And they're off and running. The indoor Natty after the break.
Bye-bye.
Hi. Hoping for a crisp breeze to help keep you alert. Oh, he took a sip of water too. That'll probably help. You were probably gonna turn down the radio too, so you could focus, right?
Probably okay isn't okay.
Right?
If you see a warning sign, stop and call a cab, a car, or a friend.
I think the water line is what really drove it home. I blew on him.
Drop that baby.
They did it once and they can do it again. Expecting big things from the National Indoor Track Meet. I mean, why not? It's what we've come to expect from this program. Now, once is nice, but twice as nice? We've seen this picture before. The Iowa Western women's indoor track team goes back-to-back, this time by 62 points over New Mexico JC.
It was amazing. I think it's something that from day one that we really put a lot of effort into. I think we didn't want to be one-hit wonders.
I think I performed to the best of my ability coming off of foot surgery and just not being able to practice. I think I performed amazing. It felt amazing to be a part of such a great program, like such great coaches, to be doing something that you really like.
I tell the group every single time that we meet, like, we work to win. Like, we don't work to go and get second. We don't work to go and get third, fourth, fifth. Like, we work to win.
And win they do. Again, back-to-back for the women's indoor track team. The men finish on the podium in third. And then there's the Iowa Western bowling team. Head coach Chad Goodwin is building a program to be reckoned with, and there was a reckoning at the Natty. Over 20 teams rolled onto the lanes in Lansing, Michigan. Now on the men's side, Iowa Western's Cameron Brundage here rolling strikes and wins the NJCAA singles title with a 3-game total of 720 pins. The men finished fourth as a team.
Staying focused and taking it one shot at a time, and just worked my way there and came out on top.
On the women's side, the Reivers take fifth with little room to spare. Jerica Koopminers is in the pocket with 601 pins, good for third place. The sophomore, an All-American.
I was actually told by a girl from Barton, so I was really excited, and it was good to know that my hard work paid off.
The women's team did achieve what they were capable of doing. I think they did very well this weekend. They worked together, had some good games. I think the men, we were maybe thinking we were a little too good and kind of didn't start off real well, and kind of spiraled from there a little bit. We recovered well and kept up with everybody afterwards, but it was too late.
Another good showing by the Iowa Western bowling teams as the program continues to build. Moving outdoors, amen. The spring season's here. Let's step into the box with the Reiver softball team because, as always, they've come out swinging. The Reivers open up their home season at the Wickersham Athletic Complex. Bottom of the second inning, Riley Konowalchuk with a screamer. Not one, but two come around and the home team's on the board. In the third, up 3-0, J.L. Wild smokes one to dead center. A 2-run shot for breakfast, lunch, and dinner. Her first of two, 5-0 Iowa Western. Olivia Valdez gets in the act in the fourth inning. Big Blue, 3 home runs, and game one, all Reivers, 9-1.
Swung the bats well. J.L. Wild and Olivia Valdez have been phenomenal for us the last couple of days. So we're finding offense throughout the lineup. Even at the top of the order is not getting it done. We're finding ways to win softball games, playing pretty good D. So we're excited about what we got going. Emily Browse has been really, really good. Libby Walls has been very clutch in relief for us. And Ava Knoll's been very good in game 2. So, I mean, we got a good combination of kids that do a lot of different things.
I think I bring spin. I mean, I'm not the fastest pitcher around, but I spin it well enough to keep them off balance and keep them on their hands.
Yeah, all up and down the whole lineup. We got great girls. They can do the job anytime. Defense, top 10.
Everybody competes very, very well here, and you know, we got to do a better job of competing at the national tournament. But it's not a pressure-filled thing; it's a pride-filled thing. You know, you wear a Reiver shirt and you have expectations of greatness. So I mean, other people have done it, and that needs to be the trend that we have as well.
Doing well in the third inning of game 2. Libby Walls with the base hit. Couple come around. The Reivers going to sweep North Central Missouri, winning game 2, 7-6, coming home. Iowa Western is now 13-5. Finally, some business in the Reiver room in honor of Black History Month. On the other side. This was fun. The entrepreneurs on hand selling their business and kids were listening. Black History Month closed with a bang, and students were listening, and not just about themselves. Craving diversity, equity, and a blossoming cultural understanding, inclusion for all. Signing in to the Black-owned business fair at Iowa Western and celebrating Black History Month.
We do have a very diverse student population, and so we have students from all over the world, right? And so we want to let them know that locally, these are local businesses.
Thank you. I appreciate it. 5 African-American owned businesses blossoming on the local scene and ready to engage.
So it has the blue matcha, the lemon, agave, and water.
And invest in the local communities.
A lot of trial and error, to be honest. We provide cold-pressed juices and plant-based meal prep so that people have more healthier options to choose from.
A lot of people will come up to me and ask me where I got X, Y, and Z, and I noticed that stuff that I was into, other people were into as well. So I just dived in and started with shoes.
I run a spa, so I do aesthetic services. I'm also a licensed permanent makeup artist. Name, phone number, email.
I went to a university last year in actually Louisiana, and it didn't even have anything like this in Black History Month, so I think it's super cool that this is here.
Come get you a t-shirt. Come get you a t-shirt.
When I was in high school, I didn't really have a lot of diversity around me, so it's really cool to experience a lot of diversity here.
If you're really not healthy, if you're in a negative.
Shoot, maybe one day I'm gonna be a business owner and, favor gonna return. And, just supporting people that's chasing their dreams.
To be recognized as a Black-owned business that has value, and to have a product that people really want and care about that maybe they don't have access to or they never heard of, is something that is amazing.
When I got the call from my friend about it, I'm like, really? Our wrestling is really recognizing Black people? So it said a lot. I see it, I feel it.
I appreciate it. Being that there are a lot of African American students that go here, I feel like it's very good to highlight the businesses that are around them.
Faith in games, man.
And in the end, this can only facilitate better relationships for everyone.
I agree. I definitely agree, and we want to be able to expand on that. We want to have a Hispanic cultural business-owned business. We want to have food trucks, and we want to have events and programming, and so we just want to be able to culturally just bring all those things here to Iowa Western.
The Black-owned business fair is held from 11 a.m. to 2 p.m. And in short, it's a win-win for everyone as Reiver Country continues to own up to diversity, equity, and inclusion. Sound the trumpets. This has gone the full 7 minutes on the mat, the full 3 periods. And the result, well, that's for you to know and for me to find out. And so for this very special championship edition of IWTV News here from the Mid-America Center, I'm JJ Davis. And as always, I'll see you around campus.
IWTV is online. Like us, follow us, watch us.